All right. Welcome to the morning vibe. I can learn. All right, let me pull a fortune out first. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Think of how you can assist on a problem, not who to blame. Hurt me, I can learn. You'll meet another guy. Even though I'm about to pull those out, I still don't want them on my desk in my space while I'm trying to do this. All right. So, yes, it is summer solstice. It is the day at which the sun is directly above the Tropic of Cancer. It is the first day of summer. It is the first day of Cancer season. It is essentially the sun's birthday. It is a day for you to honor yourself and your own divine light. That's the way I see it. Anyway, you don't have to agree with me. I do not care if you do or do not. My beliefs have been deeply cultivated. Okay. So let's get into it. Today's card is not all of those. Page of Swords in big time reverse. Let me move it over here. Page of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. I note here that the moon joins Neptune's love triangle. So that means that the moon and Neptune are in a conjunction. I'm pretty sure that's why I wrote that. Yeah, because it was doing the thing. Okay, and then I say, with your new journey just beginning, you must take care to be aware of those who mean to manipulate you in order to keep you from leaving them behind. And then I said, what to look out for, question mark. Baby, baby, please. But then I also say, don't move backwards, okay? Do not move backwards. Remember, overall this week, we're talking about that feeling of oppression that keeps you from shining your own divine light and becoming, my armpits are already sweating. It's going to be a hot day. The star, okay, because we had the star in reverse. Also had Six of Cups in reverse, and I think it was the Emperor in reverse. So yes, just let's take care not to allow our oppressors to oppress us, okay? You have to be able to see it like, bitch, you don't control me. You don't own me, ho. Like, if you don't start seeing it for what it is, like, you will forever be manipulated and controlled by these people. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and they were basically like, oh, I never looked at it like that. Like, somebody who's really been manipulating them for, like, decades. And they were like, oh, damn. Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh. That bitch don't want to see you grow. How you hypnotize? But when I'm talking about this, I sometimes see it like, you know, it comes directly after the Ten of Swords. What do we know about the Ten of Swords? The Ten of Swords is a death and rebirth card. So when I see the Page of Swords in reverse, I see it like you have a refusal to accept your present position and to be the new self that you are. Don't you go away. And it's probably because you don't know how to do it, you know. So let's talk about that, I think, yeah. I mean, I also want to note, man, and I was struggling on TikTok to record that clip that I was trying to record about what I want to talk about. But I went on a date with this guy last year, in June, actually. And he had soft-shell crab for dinner. And when he told me how they get caught, I felt like that is rude, first of all. I am calling in the support of my angels, ancestors, guides, ascended masters, my heavenly Father, my creator who lives in me. Hallelujah. I honor and see myself. I agree to find the path, stay the course, trust the process, and enjoy the journey. Amen. I forgot to say I'm at peace and I'm at ease. Anyway, he says that once the crabs have shed their current shell, they like catch them and then take them to be eaten. And I'm like, that's such a really tough and vulnerable position to be in, like right when you're in your fresh skin. And I know it because I have shed multiple times. I have been many different versions of myself, which funny. I had a dream a little bit ago where I guess one aspect of my personality, I went shopping. And okay, so previously, I guess this was another aspect of myself, but she and I were like friends, me and this self. And I kept trying to get her to like integrate with me and like, do something together. So I was like, hey, why don't we do like who wore it better? So like, let's pick an outfit and we both put it on and see like, what the people got to say about it. For whatever reason, we went and chose this sweater from Abercrombie and Fitch, which that was where I had my first job. But I was like, because I was watching it at first. I was watching this person, which I guess was also me, part of me. And then I was watching this person, which was also, I guess, part of me. And one of them was wearing an extra large sweater. And I was like, why did she buy a big sweater? Because all of a sudden I was wearing it. I was in it. And I was like, why the fuck would she buy this big? And I was asking all these other people and they were looking at me like, I don't know. Why did you buy that? And I was like, oh shit, it is me. And I was like, damn, I literally can't even ask myself because like, I don't even know why that choice was made. And I just woke up. Actually, I didn't just wake up because something else happened. So after that, there were all these men and they were like fans of us, I guess. And they were like, you're going to be a great singer. You're going to be a great actress and you're this and that and other thing. And we're just going to make sure that you stay on the level, trying to manage me, right? And I said, well, just don't bring any cocaine. And then I went outside and this one guy came and he tried to like sweep some underneath my nose. And I was like, why are you touching my face? And then I touched it and I was like, oh. And I was like, okay, but why? Because I just said, don't do that, And I thought about a couple of other people this week who had dreams about things that they used to be addicted to. And I think I even talked about this previously in one of the videos. And it was like your past demons or things that you used to be addicted to would be trying to creep on you this week and keep you from moving forward. And I was like, even though like I have no proclivity to that at this point in my life, the reminder of me being that person would stop me from being this person if I let it. It would attack me and it would be like, yeah, you're this person now, but remember who you used to be. Remember, I feel like I even said that was going to happen. But for some reason, I thought a person was going to do that to me, but no. So it could be a person or it could be your own dreams. Remember, Neptune is about dreams and visions. So like a lot of what we're dreaming is bringing us the energy or the desire to transform fully and completely in our heart space. So yes. And then I also wanted to talk about Beyonce. So yesterday I did mention Beyonce and her foundation being Destiny's Child. And then last night she dropped a song where she's talking about building a new foundation and she was talking about new vibrations. And I was like, yes, indeed. She is speaking my whole entire life in the last 3 years. And I just loved it. Talking about I quit my job. It was making me crazy and all that shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So I love that. And then I also have a note here that came from a conversation I had with my son yesterday. He was like, isn't it crazy how there are cars that drive themselves, but like you can't do anything to make your hair speed grow? And I was like, well, you know what the difference is between a car and a person? And he was like, what? And I was like, humanity. So like we cannot shake or change, speed up humanity. You are where you are, and this is the moment that you are in. So if where you are is on the precipice, on the verge of moving forward in some aspect of your life, do not stay stuck in the past and do not allow yourself to move backwards. Okay? Get your weight up by being in the moment. Every moment you experience, teaches you something about the next moment that you're going to experience. You need this moment right here in order to prepare you for the next moment. So don't miss it. Don't miss the information. Don't miss the lesson in this moment, if there is one. Don't miss the beauty in this moment. Don't miss out on the joy in this moment, because you may have to reflect back on this very moment in your life in the next 5 minutes, you know? So yes, let's get into the cards. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I know we're talking about moving forward, but what's the key point? What's the key point? I know it's self-sabotage. We can't hit on that because we just hit on that. What's another? I feel like I had it earlier. Let's see. Let's see what the cards say. Let's let the cards decide. Let's let the cards decide. I'm listening to the Manhattans. Uh-oh. You know, it's just really about comfort and wanting to stay in that space of comfort. So maybe we talk about how to get uncomfortable. Oh, we got the 2 of spades. Maybe we're talking about how to get uncomfortable. One of my friends has a shirt that says, "Nobody cares, get uncomfortable." And it's true. You know, it's like, you're not going to, growth is not comfortable. We got the Jack of Clubs. Aw, thanks, friend. The guy says, my reels are fire. I don't know what he needs. He was asking me to send him some leads this morning. I don't know what he needs. And the 10 of Hearts, which is the 10 of Cups. So we've got here needing to advance without all the information, with hope and expectancy of achieving, okay? Or it's like taking a leap off of a cliff into a pool of abundance, right? And having to know before you jump in there that, okay, having faith. But it's knowing that as you leap, you will be caught, protected, and there's not just rocks under there that are going to go and impale you. It is a pool of abundance. So it's like, yes, I'm taking the leap, but like everybody keeps saying, there's water under there, there's water under there, there's water under there for you, there's water under there for you. But like, let's say there's a fog covering the top of the water, so you can't even see, so you don't know for sure. But also, you don't know how to swim. So there's water under there for you, but you won't drown in it because you're going to learn how to swim on the way down miraculously. I know, you better get away from my house with that weed eater while I'm trying to do this. If we have to take a pause, I'm going to be moderately frustrated because I was in flow right there. So yeah, so it's like, okay, so maybe that's what we're talking about. How to take a leap of faith. How to take a leap of faith. The Page of Swords comes directly after the 10 of Swords. So if you have already had your death and rebirth experience, and now you are sitting on the edge of your new life, but in order to get to it, you have to jump into this water, into this expanse, and you're like, but I don't know how to swim. But you don't realize that the journey down is a long way. You know what I mean? It is a long way. It's not just bloop, I'm in there. It's oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And by the time you get the water, you don't give a fuck anymore because you have already overcome so many different fears. So once you in the water, you're like, okay, well, I figured out how to float down from the damn top of the cliff edge. I bet you I can figure out how to swim. And you've been doing this so long. Falling. Guess what? That's fucking doggy paddling. So once you get in the water, you're not going to drown. Keep moving your arms. Just keep moving your arms. Okay? So yes, we're talking about how to take a leap of faith. Thank you for that, Spirit. We're talking about how to take a leap of faith. How to take a leap of faith. Hey, 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 hey. How to be vulnerable. Because that's the thing, is like I always see shit like a video game. So like you're on the edge, and the person who's been keeping you imprisoned, Gargamel or whoever, remember this lady is like, oh my god, she about to get up though and turn into this person. But the person that's been keeping you held hostage is like, you'll never make it. You'll never survive the jump. And your ass is like, oh my god, you're probably right. I should just stay here and continue suffering. So you don't jump. No. It's time to jump. It's time to jump. It's time to leap. It's freedom. I wrote this song last year, I guess it was, and I said, I'm standing on the edge. I take a deep breath. I don't know my way, or I haven't found it yet, but I'm already knowing that when I get to glowing, my life starts changing, situations rearranging, and it's the light in me. Yeah, it's the light. It's the light. It unlocks your destiny. If you turn that thing on, oh my God, so much changes. Okay, all right, light. Whereas we're getting illumination and spirits in here. That's enough. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. That's enough. Appreciate you. Just co-signing like, she right, you know. You heard what she said. You could do it too. Thank you. God. It's like when I said I didn't want to like be associated with that, it was like, but what about what you're supposed to be doing? So anyway, let us move on and get the cards. But yeah, that was the song right there. It was such a freeing experience for me to write that song, because I had tried to like hit this high note, and I don't know if I did or not, but I enjoyed to sing it. My little girl liked that song. She usually likes my songs, so maybe I should re-record it. I don't know. I need some new headphones. Those ones are terrible. We got the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. I mean, let's just be honest. It's giving me trapped in hell. Seven of Pentacles. And then I saw, so I'll take this out, the Three of Wands in reverse. But that's not the one that I want to say not the one I was looking for, but it was an addition to that Seven of Pentacles. So we'll just take it as an extra card. And the thing about this card is bringing out something for me. Do you see those little ships in that water? And this lady, like, I don't know if I'm going to go. I mean, I don't know which direction I'm supposed to be going in, blah, blah, blah. Just you. That's you. But it's time to move. You know, I know I've been saying this over and over again, but I'm so insincere. I'm so sincere. Well, I'm so insincere. I'm so sincere. What you gonna do? The Four of Pentacles. Barbecue or mildew. So we talking about taking a leap of faith. And what we're looking at right here, and I had pulled out some cards and I was talking about finally on TikTok. But what we're looking at here, in the front and the back of this, is a refusal to let go. So once again, let's go back to the cliff's edge. If Gargamel or whoever the person is standing there talking to you, and all you can think about is, yeah, well, it is pretty comfortable here. I do get to eat 3 meals a day. Sometimes we do laugh. Sometimes I get to take my chains off to work. I'll miss that. Yeah. You cannot. You have got to be filled with the desire for freedom and the knowing that once again, when you take that step, you take that first leap, that you will be okay once you hit your final destination. And you have to be all right with knowing, and this is just a bonus for y'all, because when I did it, I did not fucking know that it was going to take me so long to get to this moment. When I was setting out on my journey, I thought it was going to be 5 minutes. I was like, okay, boom. So I'm about to learn how to do this, and I'm about to teach myself this, and then I'm going to be free. Hardly. There are so many things that you have to go through. But again, everything that you go through and everything that you grow through is something that you put in your knapsack of tools so that you can use it later. You've got to be able to build that. You have to build your own toolbox for the journey. So you can't build a toolbox without moving, without going forward, without growing, without shedding, without hurting sometimes, without crying out sometimes. Like, why am I here? And this was me. You promised me that if I set out on this journey, that I would be taken care of and that my life would be abundant, that I would be successful. And I was looking around and I was feeling like I was unsuccessful and I was feeling like my life wasn't abundant. But I'm going to tell you why. Because I was looking for specific things to mark my success. And because I didn't see those things, I felt like I was failing. And I felt like the divine had forsaken me and sent me on this journey to go be a great spiritual teacher on a fool's errand. But I didn't realize that I had to learn all of these many different things that I will now teach to others on the journey. Okay? That's it. So yeah, so we can't be afraid to let go. We've got the Four of Pentacles right here. Four of Pentacles, no, this is mine. I've always had it as well. I always wanted it. It's me. So you're going to wear last year's shell? And I always think peacocks because like they have to molt their feathers every year or whatever. So you just going to show up at the party with last year's feathers on? You need to shed that shit. It's time to let it go. It's time to take that leap. It's time to grow. Okay? And you just, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, you're going to have to return to love. I'm sorry. But that is going to be the basis for your journey. And when I say return to love, I mean return to the love of the Most High. Return to the love of the divine. A lot of people have church hurt. And so they're like, God doesn't care about me. There is no God. And I don't want to talk about Jesus. And I don't want this and that other thing. That's fine. But Jesus is love. Okay? And I mean, yes, it has been misconstrued and misrepresented by the church. Okay? And used to hurt people and shame you. But guess what? When you embark on a spiritual journey, you are able to and allowed to create and develop your own relationship with your divine creator. And you can call your creator whatever you would like to call your creator. If you want to call it Bob, you can do that. You can say, Bob and I are here, and Bob is going to take care of me, and Bob gave me this energy, and Bob said that I'm to use this flesh to do Bob's will, which is to share love, like my signs say. But the point is, you're going to have that relationship, because that's what's going to get you from point A to point B. And it is going to keep you grounded, which is going to sound really crazy, while you are falling. Okay? So let's get some more cards. Whoa. Infatuation. And this has been coming up a lot too. It's like some little show my daughter was watching this morning, and then I heard it elsewhere. But when we're talking about the Knight of Cups and returning to love, we're also talking about returning to the vulnerable position you're in when you've never loved before, romantically or relationally, when you still have high hopes for relationships and you still believe in love and you still think that people are inherently good and they mean you well. Now, that's not to say that you don't respect the truth, which is that some people don't meet you well. But going back to that will allow you to receive divine love and the love of others and the love of yourself. Because when you're operating in a space of self-hatred, you also block yourself from your own love. And part of the refusal to shift or refusal to leap is you blocking yourself from your own love. No, I don't deserve my abundance. Remember that time I did that, Tootie? Like I was telling you about my dream. That's bullshit. That doesn't stop me from being able to receive and love, to love other people, to love myself, to be a good person. That means I'm human. So you have to accept your humanity. Forgive yourself for participating in bullshit behavior. But that comes with the job of being a human. Like, how would I know? How would I know things if I never experienced things? How would you know things if you never experienced things? That is part of it. It's part of the program. So instead of beating yourself up, just say, I'm human, and move on. Allow yourself to grow and to become who you're trying to become. Like, that's part of your past. It's part of your past. It's not part of your future, and it's not part of your present. The only reason why it keeps popping up on you is because you refuse to say, that's in the past. That's in the past. I dropped that in the river a while back. That's in the river a while back. You know, and we have a tendency to want to blame other people whenever we find ourselves kind of teeter-tottering. It don't be other people. It be your own darkness. It be your own shadow that you haven't integrated, like my dream. It be your own aspects of your personality that really need an outlet. So like, no, like, I'm not going to go do a bunch of drugs, but like, what's something fun that I can do? What's something freeing that I can do? What's something that I can do that will give myself a high vibration and joy? That is like drugs, but it is natural. Oh, I know. Dancing, playing, being outside, flip-flopping, spinning, drinking plenty of water, getting fresh sun, going swimming, maybe even exercising. Those are things that will bring you to a natural high. So like if you're like me and you had an addictive personality that went to drugs every time it was trying to get high or it was trying to escape, first of all, find a natural drug, something that you can do that doesn't harm you or others. Something that's just like, oh, that was really nice. That was like a splash of juice. And go to that. Go to that. You've got to replace. I saw this post the other day I shared on Facebook. It's like, you have to replace your addiction with something that better serves you. So like, I think it said alcohol, replace it with water, which most people don't like to drink water, especially if they've been drinking a lot of alcohol. The Page of Pentacles. We're going back again to not being afraid to start small. Don't be afraid to start small. Start right where you are. Start right where you are. Think about building a sand castle. It takes a while to build a good sand castle, you know. But consider what you feel once you're done, or even like a Lego castle when we were in school. Consider what you feel when you're done with it. Man, I'm 2 of wands. That's another get your ass off that cliff card. People need Shiva all day long. You don't have to book a session and get off my phone. 10 of Swords in reverse. Stop fighting that death in reverse. Let yourself be new. Let yourself be new. Let yourself be new. You are new. It's okay. Leave the pain of your past in the past. Leave the pain of your past in the past. Oh, I also wanted to say congratulations and happy anniversary to myself. For it is the 1-year anniversary of me releasing my first ebook. So my first little publication, the Smart Love Trigger Transmutation Guide. And if you're interested in that, just leave your email address in the comments and I will make sure that I send it on to you. I'm giving it away. 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So, like, you've got a choice to make. You've got a choice to make. Are you going to barbecue? Are you going to mildew? You know, essentially, like, you have a choice to make. Are you going to, this is really the moment, you guys, like, and I know I probably say that often, but like, I really feel like this is it. Like, this is the moment at which the things that you do, the behaviors that you participate in, and the effort you put forward really take you to the next level. Your intention matters so much. My heart just went. Your intention matters so much. So it's like, it's okay for you to have been doing bullshit before. That's before. Okay, we're here right now. We're turning over a new leaf. We're opening the door and we're going to walk through it. Or if you like the cliff analogy, you're going to jump off the cliff and you're going to go like this for however long you need to until you hit the water, and you're going to keep going like this. It's the same motion. Okay. So if you don't know how to swim, you only learn how to swim by practicing swimming, taking the leap, and diving in the water. Okay? Or you can stay on the edge with the bullshit people who've been keeping you hostage and your former self that's afraid of swimming. Those are your options. Those are the choices. So it's really up to you. Like, do you want to be happy and fulfilled, or do you want to continue to be miserable and blaming others for your misery? Because that's the key to being miserable, being a victim. You can't be a good miserable motherfucker unless you're a victim. Okay? You just can't. It's impossible. You can't be good at being miserable unless you also are good at blaming others for your misery and waiting for somebody to come and rescue you. Well, maybe somebody with a carriage or something, a wagon, will drive by and just pick me up and I won't have to jump into the water. No. That's not going to take place. So let's go back to talking about Jesus. Everybody keep talking about they want Jesus to come and save them. Jesus lives inside of you. Okay? Jesus lives inside of you. And in order for Jesus to save you, you have to save yourself. Because you have to meet the Jesus inside of you for you to get saved. Okay? I think you in the church say something similar. I don't know. But that's it. You have to accept Christ as your Lord and Savior, whatever. But it's inside of you. It is in your heart space. I am sorry to tell you that. Love is the key to freedom. And it begins with self-love. Earth School. That's what we came here to do, was grow an Earth School. We got the 7 Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, the Tapestry of Life and Expression. Creating your life. Your life is your creation. It's your canvas. So what you going to do? You going to paint with new brushes and fresh colors, or you going to keep painting with that mud? What you going to do? Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. I think I want to read that one. Okay. Inner Earth is believed to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself. Many ancient cultures mention it in their stories. It's said that some of the beginnings of ancient lost lands, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Aryavarta, went there. Hindu and Celtic, lore mention caves and entrances to underground worlds. Celtic, I don't know. Anyway, sometimes I don't read well. Excuse me. Okay. Tibetan Buddhism refers to the secret mystical city Shambhala, which is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Many have searched for inner earth in the physical world, but without success. So the mystery continues. Is it a place that exists in the physical or on another level of consciousness? There are solutions beyond what you can perceive. surprising outcomes to your problems and situations, resolutions that are in the best interests of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You'll survive this and things will work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you wouldn't normally do. Soon you'll see that a whole new worlds of solutions are available. Things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Absolutely helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first, you need to do something different to shift your focus so you can receive them. Jump off the fucking cliff. Okay? Take a leap. Take a leap. Because when I quit my job, I was scared. I was really scared, and I kept myself from doing it for a long time. And, I mean, I can't say that I got rich, but I was successful. And I learned a lot. And it wasn't nearly as scary as I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought I was going to be homeless and destitute, and that I would, I don't even know. Like, I had so much stress about it. And it just wasn't that scary. You know, it just wasn't that scary. But, like, I had to have that experience. That is part of my foundation. That was me building my foundation. That was me getting to where I am right now in this moment. And I wouldn't have had that experience, been able to learn those things and come to this relationship that I have with the divine and with myself if I had never left that job. So I had to do that. Had to. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job and just be wild. That's not what I'm saying. But for me, that was part of my journey. Because part of my former identity, the miserable one, was associated with that job, and it was associated with that type of work and being in that type of position. And what I was wanting to do was to recreate myself as the person that I am now, doing the things that I do now for work and to help others. And it was hard for me to see myself as that because I still was doing this other thing. So in order for me to make that break, I had to make a break. And so that's what I did. And so that's what I did. So like I said, I'm not suggesting that to you. Especially if you're not prepared for it. Because baby. Dude. Shit has not been easy. But it has been worthwhile. And it's been a valuable lesson for me. And I really wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. I can say that I probably would have taken my time to enjoy it a little bit more. But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. I needed that too. All them times I was stressed the fuck out. But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. You need everything. It's like it all goes into a pot and it starts to cook. Let me do it one more time. Oh. Resilience. Burn away the past. I'm good at this shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm good at this shit. I'm good at this shit. I think we read this last week. Yeah. We did. Yep. Burn away the past. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I lucky want to cry. Just thinking about how I was, who I was, and how much pain I was in. My God. Let me live in you. My goodness. I was so miserable. I wanted to kill myself so much. I'm just so glad not to be that person anymore and to just feel that. Damn. Ooh wee. It was so hard. And I just remember thinking, like, it's never going to be different. Because every day it was the same, you know. And it looked the same, felt the same. But it's like, I look around and it is different. But that took my effort, too. I had to allow myself to become. And it didn't take a day. It took me 3 years. Yes, it did. So it takes some time. But you don't get there to who you want to be, to where you want to be, unless you start. And let the past be the past. And be honest. Be honest with yourself. Shit, I got myself here. It is my fault that I don't have this thing that I want. That I don't have this thing that I need. That I'm not the person I want to be yet. I have to start. You know? You. Little signs of distance. Compassion. I'm guaranteed. Self-compassion is up in there. Because you got to have it. You got to have it. Okay. This card indicates a need to be kind and compassionate towards others, especially those who extend beyond your family and circle of friends. Whether it's the ill-tempered clerk at the supermarket checkout or the homeless person on the street, you are being urged to look beyond your judgments to see what lies beneath. Hallelujah. There's a lot of truth to the saying, don't judge a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes. Or how could you possibly know the story behind another's life? By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to open your heart and mind to see others through the eyes of love. Every time you feel someone else's pain as if it were your own, you raise your personal vibration and the vibration of the world. When you show kindness towards a stranger, you are living as your higher self. When you're understanding and loving, you align yourself with the divine. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with, I never read this part because they repeat it every time, the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to show compassion towards others. As you broaden your understanding of other cultures, personalities, and points of views, you increase the potential avenues to making your dreams come true. Observation without judgment is the key to your success. And that is so key. So I feel like, yes, self-compassion comes in there, but here's how it comes in. Because you have to understand that we are all connected. So every single person here is experiencing the divine in their own way. Every person is experiencing their own humanity with intention. So while you're judging people, a lot of people pass judgment on me too, especially when I was unhappy because of the way I was, because of the way I responded to things, because of the way that I operated and behaved. Like, I had a real life full mental break at my job. And I think I've told the story a multitude of times and probably will tell it over and over again. But I threw food everywhere and I was like, fuck y'all, I hate everybody here. I just get the fuck out of my face. I never want to come back to this bitch. Anyway, they begged me not to quit. But people at my job really judged me for that behavior. And I understand why, because it was excessive and, you know, not appropriate for work. And that was the moment where I told myself, you've got to change, because nothing can ever hurt you this much again. Nothing can ever affect you to the point where you explode like that in a public place, especially at your job. And so I started to work on myself, and I was able to change my vibration, of course. But I think about the judgments that they made. And like, they had no idea what I was experiencing. None of them did my job. None of them could do my job. And the only person that came to help do my job still could not really do my job. Not the way I did my job. And then I was doing my job and the job of the person that had passed away. So it was a lot of pressure that I was under. And I was also having this spiritual awakening, and I was like going through all these different changes. And, You know, I felt like my friend was connecting with me, like I would be in the office and the computer screen would be acting all crazy. And I'm like, no one's even over there. And it was a lot. And like there were things I never even shared with my coworkers just about how I was feeling. And when that happened, everybody was like, she's crazy. You got down right. And you know how I got that way? These motherfuckers right here. These people right here. And this pressure they put me under. Absolutely. And the thing about it is, I would not change that. I would not change that experience. Because if I hadn't had that experience, I would not be this person. I would not have had a reason to want to arrive at peace. I would not have had a reason to try to find joy. I would not have had a reason to start the morning vibe. That's why I started the morning vibe, because I had to go to work and I was like, I don't want to be here. How can I get myself in the vibration of wanting to be at work or being okay with being at work? And I've born a whole entire YouTube show out of wanting to be happy on my way to work. So, you know, you've got to look at every experience you have like it is a part of the fabric of your life and what is coming together for you on your behalf. So I could have easily been like, oh my God, this sucks so bad. But if I had never started doing that, I would not be doing this and I would not be talking to y'all today about it. Bumping into my microphone, drinking my coffee, listening to the Manhattans. So motherfucking cheers, okay? Cheers to my coworkers. Cheers to the hard work that I was doing and the mental breakdown that a bitch had as a result of it. Because that was the key. That was the first thing that happened to really change me. Because I was already, you know, searching and studying, but I had not done any shadow work. I had not done a lick of shadow work. I wrote a whole ebook on shadow work and trigger tracking, which most people don't even talk about in the way that I talk about it. Because I threw food at work and said, fuck you. You know? Ultimately. Because I had to teach myself how to find myself. Because I was lost in there. My truth. This me that you see was lost inside my body. Miserable, hiding in a corner. Wanting to get out. Wanting to read cards on YouTube. Wanting to share messages. And say the thing that the next card says. Wanting that so bad. But feeling shame for being different. Are you ready? Wanting to sing. Wanting to write songs. Wanting to use different voices. All the things. Wanting to be happy and play with my kids and enjoy my life and be a good mother. All the things that I could not do. I could not seem to possibly figure it out. I had an excellent paycheck. I had a great job. And I had none of the things that made me feel joy. None of them. Two of Wands. Love you, love you. Do, 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 do. Where you want me. Two people play with fire. They do so with their backs to one another. It's as if they are students learning how to control the flames. One girl looks over her shoulder to the other. Two snails press their bodies together. Okay. Controlling the small fires is a challenge these two girls face. One has dropped her fire on the ground, while the other still holds hers. Which one has better control? Each girl has a unique relationship with the fire. They could discuss what they are doing with one another, but they do not. This card suggests that collaboration can produce better results than attempting to do it alone. Learning, planning for the future, and testing out discoveries. I'm going to tell you what I saw whenever I read that. Y'all know I am the divine igniter, right? Which means I light people up. If you need to be lit up, if you are dead inside, we're going to ignite that fire. But a lot of us, just like me, with a lot of fire have no control over it. So we suppress our emotions. We suppress our light because it is so explosive. But that's because we don't know how to use it. I now know that my emotions are what allow me to do all of my work, including setting intention. When I connect with the flames in my candles, when I burn my writing, when I ask and receive, I'm using my emotions. So when I had no connection with my emotions and I had no control of my emotions, I was ridiculous. Okay. But if I had never been that person, I wouldn't be able to help other people who don't know how to control their inner fire, how to rise higher. That's what I was going to say. I didn't want to rhyme too much. But yeah, so everything that's happening, everything that happens is part of your journey. That's all I want to say today. You've got to take the leap. You have to get started. And if you need help, please ask for it, because that's what I'm here for. That's why I went fucking cuckoo, was so that I can help you when you feel like your life is working you and you're just operating as a zombie and it's really time for you to live. Okay. All right. So I'll see you later. Try not to be a self-hater. All right. I will be back tomorrow. It is Wednesday, hump day. What we got? We got 5 of Wands in reverse. We got the inner conflict. We're going to find out what's going on with them 5 sticks. All right. Bye-bye.